What is up guys, Ghost here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys all about Call of Duty Ghosts and CoD WW2 here in today's video. So this is kind of a response video to my 10 reasons why Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 are better than CoD WW2 video, because in that video I saw a lot of people in the comments saying that it's unfair to compare a boots on the ground game, CoD WW2, to a jetpack game like Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare because they're so different. And my argument in that video was simply, it doesn't matter whether or not if it's boots on the ground or if it's a jetpack COD. All that matters is the fact that if the gameplay is good, whether or not the core mechanics like sprint out time, health regen time, and other things that every COD has, like the maps, the overall weapon balancing, the overall gameplay, that matters to me, not whether or not if it's going to be boots on the ground or a jetpack COD. Jetpacks are irrelevant to me, it just matters whether or not if it's fun or not. And people were saying in the video that I'm a jetpacker and I only am good at jetpack Call of Duty games and I am bad at boots on the ground CODs. Well, I say that's an invalid argument because I've gotten pretty good over the years since CoD Ghosts. CoD Ghosts was the first CoD that I ever got good at, and that was a boots on the ground CoD. Here in World War II, I'm decent. I can pull off some pretty high numbers, pretty high scoring gameplays. I can pull off some V2 rockets as you're seeing here. I'm not bad at the game at all. It's just that there's so many problems in World War II to the point where I don't want to deal with them, and I'd rather play like other boots on the ground CODs like Black Ops, Black Ops 2, even Call of Duty Ghosts, and of course those advanced movement CODs like Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, because overall they have better gameplay in my opinion. I know that I'm rambling on and on about this, but I just really want to make sure that I get my point across here to you guys and make sure that I back up all my points and all my arguments on why I feel the way I do, just so it'll make it very clear for you guys to understand and make it easier for you to know why I feel this way and such. So guys, let's just go ahead and go over reasons why, in my opinion, Call of Duty Ghosts is better than CoD World War II. That's the question for you guys. So which Call of Duty game is better and which is more fun for you, CoD World War II or CoD Ghosts? And in this video, I'm going to be going over the main core things that are in every CoD and compare them to each other. Like, for example, I'm going to compare the maps from CoD Ghosts to World War II, and I'm going to compare the score streaks and the weapons and much more, just so it's a fair comparison, and also it's even more fair considering them both boots on the ground. So CoD Ghosts was not really liked, and it wasn't really the most loved CoD back in the day in its heyday in 2013 to 2014. For myself, it was a mixed bag. I love Call of Duty Ghosts because I was very good at it. This was the first CoD that I got good at, and that's why I really liked Call of Duty Ghosts. I got so many Killstreaks. At one point, I believe I had over 200 uploads on my channel back in the day when I first started YouTube with Ghosts, and all those 200 uploads were literally Killstreaks. So I dropped chems after chem. My KD was pretty high. At one point it was a 3.6. I enjoyed this game because it was pretty fun to pub stomp, get Killstreaks, and get kill streaks. However, lots of things really annoyed me here in this game, from the no UAV, like there's SATCOMs in this game, there's no UAV system. The players that play this game honestly ruined the experience for me because Call of Duty Ghosts had lots of people that camped with their thermal sounds, M27s in the back of the map, or wherever they camped at with their IEDs and their Rileys and their IMSs. The players honestly ruined the experience for Call of Duty Ghosts for me, but yet I played it so much because I did enjoy it back in its day. And still today, I enjoy the game. It's not like I'm bandwagoning and saying, oh, I like Call of Duty Ghosts now. No, I've always liked Call of Duty Ghosts since 2013 and 2014. Just that I just don't like the way people play the game, and that's what made it pretty, unfun for me at times. In Call of Duty Ghosts and World War II, the maps are mediocre, but I say Ghosts takes the cake for the better maps, only because there's lots of variety and there's also some iconic fan favorite maps here in CoD Ghosts. So most of the maps here in Ghosts tend to be very big, which I don't like big maps in Call of Duty. I prefer a faster play style. I prefer faster paced maps, not really wide open gigantic maps like Stonehaven, Siege, and of course Stormfront. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like most of the maps here in Ghost, because they are very campy to me with my experience. Also, the maps look pretty bad. I don't like how the maps seem to be very colorless. They don't have any life to them. They don't really pop out right at you. As you're seeing with my color corrections off, as you see with the default settings, the picture looks very bad and I don't like it at all. But I guess it comes down to personal preference, because lots of people tend to like the realistic look here of the maps in Ghost, and I guess if you're fine with that, then you're fine with that. But for me, I don't like how the maps don't stand out in Call of Duty Ghosts. There are some pretty good ones though, like for example, we have Freight, Octane, Strike Zone, Sovereign, Tremor, Warhawk. Those are some pretty good maps in my opinion. Those are the best maps here in Call of Duty Ghosts, and I really enjoy playing on Warhawk and Strike Zone the most. They're super fun to play on. However, with World War II, there's not really like a Strike Zone type of map or a Warhawk type of map that you want to keep on playing over and over again, that you want to be remade. The thing with Strike Zone and Warhawk is the fact that those have been remade into Infinite Warfare, which is pretty cool. With World War II, there's no map that you want to be remade, I guess. You know, like maybe Arden Forest, probably. That's my favorite map, but it's like, would you want Aachen to be remade? Would you want Gustav Cannon to be remade? Would you want USS Headglitch to be remade? It's like there's no really iconic and that fun map that you always would like to go on constantly in World War II. Also, it seems like with World War II, the maps are very similar. They're for the most part 3 lanes, which therefore in turn has really not that much variety when it comes down to your playstyle, because it's either you take the left lane, the right lane, or the middle lane. It's either you go left, right, or the middle. That's how it is every single match, it seems like, with every map in that game. With Call of Duty Ghosts, there's lots of variety when it comes down to the maps. There's like those, of course, very massive maps like Stonehaven. There's very small maps like Strike Zone. There's very mid-sized maps like Freight. There's so much variety here in Ghosts, which, like I said earlier, fits all playstyles, and that's great. With World War II, it's only like mid-sized maps, you know, besides Gustav Cannon, which is the largest one, of course, you know? So yeah, that's why I think the maps overall in Ghosts beat out the ones in World War II, in my opinion. Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on this. Now let's talk about the kill streaks in both CODs. So the kill streaks in World War II, in my opinion, aren't the greatest. There's only like 2 to 3 kill streaks that, from my experience, do me some nice work. They are the ball turret gunner and of course the paratroopers. The fighter pilot can be pretty fun at times, but to get like the most amount of kills, you gotta be using the ball turret gunner and the paratroopers if you're lucky, you know, because sometimes they can get you little to no kills, which sucks, you know. With Call of Duty Ghosts, there's some pretty good streaks here in this game. There's lots of variety, and because of that variety, Call of Duty Ghosts immediately takes the cake here for the score streaks, because Ghost has the Assault Strike package, the Support Strike package, and the Specialist Strike package. Lots of variety, lots of stuff to choose right there, lots of kill streaks to combine, which makes the whole entire experience so much fun. The assault kill streaks here in this game are amazing. The Juggernaut suit is really fun to play around with. It's a beast. You have this huge Gatling gun here, this huge mini gun that just decimates enemies. You have the Helo Pilot, which is the best kill streak in the game. It's better than the ball turret gunner in World War II, which is the highest kill streak at a 17 kill streak in team deathmatch, and guess how long that lasts? It lasts literally 30 seconds. Here, the Helo Pilot at a 12 kill streak lasts 1 minute, and it can get you more kills than that ball turret gunner. Same with this Griffin here, which is at a 10 kill streak. This can get me more kills or just as many kills as my paratroopers or ball turret gunner in World War II, which is definitely pretty sad, and it definitely goes to show that the kill streaks are definitely weaker in Call of Duty World War II. So this game Ghost has some pretty fun assault ones. The dog, the Riley, he sometimes can be ridiculous. The IMS can be very good if you place it right. Same with the sentry gun too. So assault kill streaks are very destructive. This game alone here, I went 43-0 because of the Helo Pilot and the Juggernaut suit. That's crazy, right? And the support streaks such as Ballistic Vest, the Oracle, the Scout Sniper, the Ammo Crate, the Juggernaut Recon too, like I'm using it right here. It's so fun. These kill streaks are fun. That's all that matters. They actually do stuff, and they give me more kills than a lot of the kill streaks can in World War II. Overall, guys, the kill streaks are much better in Call of Duty Ghosts. So now let's talk about the created class system in both Call of Duty games. So the created class system here in Call of Duty Ghosts has so much variety. You can do whatever you want with this create class system, put together a class how you like, whatever perks you like, whatever attachments you like without any restrictions. Really, there's still restrictions here because these perks have a certain cost, and you can't have like literally every perk on the game because certain perks cost more than others, like the very good ones, for example, a quick draw costing 3 points. And at least there's perks in this game that you have. With World War II, there's not any perks at all. The perks are replaced with basic trainings, which you can only have one of them, which limits you with what you can create with your class, which is what the beauty is in Call of Duty's multiplayer. Creating your class how you like with whatever perks, attachments, and combinations you like. With World War II, you're limited to what you can create. Everything is so restricted and it's not unique at all. Everybody has one division, everybody has one basic training, and everybody has 2 weapons with either a frag or a concussion grenade, and that's it. No uniqueness right there whatsoever. That's why the Call of Duty Ghosts free class system is much better, because there's a uniqueness here and there's actually perks to choose from. Every COD ever since COD 4 has had perks to choose from, but for an unknown reason, World War II decided to, I guess, innovate and try something different, but it didn't work in the long run, in my opinion. It's too limited to what you could do, too restricted to the point where it's even more restricted than the COD 4 Curry class system, which is much better actually, because you have your perks. You can choose 3 perks, unlike with World War II, you can only choose 1 division and such. So I would rather have the Curry class system in the older CODs like COD 4, MW2, MW3, because they're more superior, and at least you can have more variety in life to them compared to the World War II Curry class, which is very restricted. Next, let's talk about the weapons and the weapon balancing in both Call of Duty games. So Call of Duty Ghosts has alright weapon balancing, considering a lot of the weapons are very powerful. We have lots of SMGs, LMGs, assault rifles that have 3-shot kill ranges, which in turn makes the time to kill very melty and very fast. And Call of Duty Ghosts is definitely very melty for sure. But I say there's lots of weapons here in this game for you to use that actually feel like you're killing people with them and you're not getting too many hit markers, because that's how it feels in Call of Duty World War II with lots of the SMGs and even some of the rifles. So I say it feels better in Call of Duty Ghosts because the assault rifles are pretty strong. They tend to be 3-shot kills. The Remington R5, the Honey Badger, the AK-12, the S805, the FAD, they're all viable. So many weapons are viable and they're powerful here in this game. All the SMGs, I say, can put in some work. I guess the most underused one is the Vepr and the CBJ, which I would understand. Yeah, don't use those obviously, but they can still work out. We got the Vector, we got the Ripper, we got the MTAR. There's so many great guns here in Ghost that actually feel like you're getting your kills and they're melting. With World War II, it's the opposite, it feels like, and that's what it shouldn't feel like in my opinion. The time to kill is much longer, which sometimes I do like, but other times it feels like I put so many shots into them and it feels like they should be dead immediately. In Call of Duty Ghosts, I barely feel that at all. So I say, just off of going from the feeling and not really the statistics and the hard stats of the weapon, just going off of feeling of using all the weapons in both CODs, the Ghost weapons feel so much better and powerful than the World War II ones for sure. Next up, let's talk about the DLC and how it's earned in both Call of Duty games. So with World War II, I say that this game has done the supply drop model right and it's the best so far, but yet again there is lots of stuff here that it takes a while for you to get, such as the DLC weapons like the Gewehr 43. You have to play like I think 50 matches to get that. Same with like the stand and much more. It takes a while to get all the brand new stuff that come out in World War II, such as calling cards, emblems. It's either like it takes a while to get it, or it's hard to get, or you can't get it at all because it's so hard to the point that it's like a heroic rarity that it's like nearly impossible to get, and it's just such a random chance to get those new content, if that makes sense, in World War II. With Call of Duty Ghosts, all the brand new stuff they brought in, such as camos, emblems, character gear, voice packs, DLC weapons, all of that can be accessed immediately just for a few dollars. You could buy your camo pack and choose whichever camo you want, without having to be lucky and not getting the thing you want from a supply drop. So if you want the Space Nebula camo here in this game, it costs $199. If you want some other camo in the game, we could buy it for $199. Same with these character packs, $199. Same with the voice packs too. Same with the DLC weapons, the Ripper and the Maverick. They cost $4. I say this is a fair and better model because you could choose what you want here in the game instead of having to get lucky out of a supply drop with World War II. So that's pretty much the last major thing that I wanted to go over with both Call of Duty games. I have a few things here that Ghosts did better, such as the minimap. It's much bigger, it's definitely clearer, and you get to see more of the map with this minimap in Ghosts than the small circular World War II minimap. The next thing is the sprint out times are faster with the Ready Up perk here in Call of Duty Ghosts than they are in World War II, which is definitely better too. The health regeneration feels much faster here in Ghosts than it does in World War II. And lastly, the hit detection and the hit registration in this game is phenomenal. It's the best out of any Call of Duty game in my opinion. And with all that said, guys, I say that's the entire video. Overall, Call of Duty Ghosts is so much more fun than World War II in my opinion. I can kind of deal with the problems Ghost has. You know, Ghost has so much annoying things, from danger close noob tubes to IEDs to Riley to campers with thermal sounds, M27s. That's all pretty annoying, but down to its core, just actually going into little many details such as the score streaks, the weapons, and much more. Call of Duty Ghosts did so much more things better in my opinion than World War II. That's what I named off here in this video. So I hope you guys all enjoy. Let me know down below in the comment section which Call of Duty game do you like better, Ghosts or World War II. For me, it's a Ghost. I enjoyed it back in its prime, and I'm still enjoying it here in 2018. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.